what does it take to get to the very top? And you know what's interesting is as you look at star athletes and you look at people who have achieved greatness, there's very similar qualities that people have that achieve greatness in their lives. And whether you're talking about a top distributor, in sales, a top CEO, whatever that happens to be. And it really comes down to narrow focus, a very clear purpose, and the individual being passionate about what they're doing. I'm going to zero in on this word passion for a little bit because prior to my success, I wouldn't have called myself a passionate person. Probably people wouldn't have called me a passionate person. It wasn't something that was innate in me. I just did my deal. I'm fairly mechanical. I could have been an engineer, probably that type of personality where I'm just going to do my deal and get in and get out, that type idea. And I wasn't going anywhere. And I don't know that it was an actual conscious decision for me. Maybe it was. Maybe it's just being around the leadership. I got in, and it grabbed a hold of my heart, and it grabbed a hold of my head, and it grabbed a hold of my emotions. And my why I was in this became greater than money. It became greater than my success. And I became very, very passionate about where I was going, what I was going to do, why I was doing it. With that, every time you talk to somebody, when you're on the phone or you're in person or you're meeting somebody, when you're passionate about what you do, you have a much higher chance that they're going to come along with you because passion is contagious. You know, that's not to say that if you're passionate, every person you sit down with is going to get going with you or everyone's going to start. But I am saying that you have a higher chance of succeeding because people want to follow passionate people. People want to know that you're in this all in. It also causes you to act differently. When you're in business because of your passion that's in you for your business, you are energized in a different way. You have where you might tucker out of energy, you're like, oh, I'm exhausted. When you're really passionate what you're doing, it seems that you can keep going on and on and on and past the hours when you'd normally, person might be 9 to 5. But when you're driven so much, you can keep going and going and going without even, oh my goodness, what time is it? I'm so wrapped up in this because it's grabbed you. It gives you endurance when it flows from your heart. Because people don't care really about what you're saying or what you're selling. They care about how you feel about what you're saying and what you're selling. And you can't fake that. It comes out from what's inside you. So if you're not passionate about what you're doing, get passionate about what you're doing. And if you can't get passionate about this, then do something you can get passionate about. Because the only way you can succeed in life is to find what you're passionate about, go after it. To me, I have this crossing spirit between I'm an entrepreneur and I love teaching. So for me, this is my outlet to be able to be an entrepreneur in this business, but at the same time, I can teach. I love water skiing. I'm a big water ski fanatic. I spent years in a Christian kids camp counseling kids and working on a waterfront so I could teach what I love doing. I love doing that, but there's no money in that. That's a great outlet. But for me, this is business, entrepreneurial, and teaching, and giving back, and pouring back into people. That I can get passionate about. Because passionate people are successful people. Just the other day, reading an article on Derek Jeter in his last year in the MLB, and talking about his life, and ever since he was 13 years old, he wanted to be, he knew he was going to be a shortstop for the Yankees, and talking about that passion all the way up and that drive and that commitment, and you go, no wonder he is where he is, and he's done what he's done. Lived an incredible, incredible life. Started with that focus and that passion, because passion and drive aren't the same. See, passion pulls you towards something you can't resist, and drive pushes you towards something you feel compelled or obligated to do. If you know something about yourself, you can't tell the difference. Once you gain some knowledge about yourself, you can express your passion. See, it's not about jumping through somebody else's hoops. That's drive. The quote I picked up when I was looking into drive and passion and the difference. Drive, the mind can put you to drive. Yeah, and you can go forward when you're driving forward. Passion is what creates a following behind you. People, I don't want to say giving up their lives for you, but redirecting their lives to follow the passion that you believe in, because it's engaging, it's electric, it's contagious. That's what you want to do. Talking about your purpose, being narrow in your focus. No one can perform your purpose as well as you can. It's what you were created for. How many times have you watched others perform a function that you knew you could do so much better? So just take notice of the things that drive you with passion. Recognize what satisfies you and brings you joy. You don't have to compare yourself to others. You don't have to try and be someone else. You look within yourself, because you were created for a purpose. And in you, there's the ability to fulfill that purpose. I got a purpose. It's created for a purpose. I have a unique ability. You have a unique ability. My unique ability is different than your unique ability. But when I'm doing what I'm good at, okay, I got to hone my skills for sure, but I can then easily apply passion to that, and oh my goodness, whoever you are unstoppable. For me, I go out and do some things great. I go have a great month. I do a great amount of business. And can I duplicate that? Can I teach that? Can I just teach what I know how to do? What greater joy is there than teaching what you just learned how to do? Seeing other people succeed, watching other people move up. So much more exciting than you see than when you move up yourself. Those you've invested into, it's like, again, it comes back to our family. Our business, the people you work with, they're your family. You invest into them, you got so much joy coming back to you. I'm not saying there's not going to be difficult times along the way, because there will be. That doesn't mean that when you're there with passion there's no obstacles, just as many. But it does mean that you're more energized to do what you're doing because you're passionate about what you're doing. It does mean you're not going to burn out the same. It does mean that your mind is like, you're so compelled, you're so overflowing that you're, I can, I will, I can, I will, I can, I can, I can, I will, I can, I can, I can, I will. And then it went something like, when the storm comes, now we're all going to hit storms in life, and when it's a nasty storm, and you're in that sailboat, and the wind's blowing hard, turn your ship directly towards the wind, and hit it straight on, and hold that wheel and stare it down, because the storm will pass. If you turn left, or if you turn right, that wind's going to hit your sail and you're going to capsize. And you're solely fixated on where you want to go, and you're focused on where you're going. You're narrow. When a storm comes, grab that helm, stare into the wind. That storm will pass. You will get through it. You will hit your goal.